Hi everybody. I hope everybody's garden is growing well and doing well. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to review a product. It's a smart water timer. So the company that does make these reached out to me and asked me if I would purchase one, review it, and they are going to reimburse me for the cost of this. So full disclosure, this is a paid sponsorship. So what I do is I order this on Amazon. I will put all the links of everything in the description so you can see it. And this is the first time I'm actually going to unbox it. I'll show you what the contents are. I haven't opened it yet, and I will be setting it up, and I'll record it all so you can see everything, and I'll give it a good review at the end. So, all right, so this is by Irrigold, and it is a smart water timer. So if you've seen my other Soka Hose video, you'll know that I use a timer system for my Soka Hose system. And it is an analog digital, one of them is, system where I have to set the timers on it. And if I want to change anything on it, I have to physically go outside and change things on it. This, I think, like I said, we're going to investigate, looks like I'm going to be able to make any changes to the settings from my cell phone. And I think this is awesome. This seems like really fantastic. So I'm going to just read to you the product specifications so you can see that, and then I'll unbox it and show you all the parts, okay? So I'm going to read these to you. So the water timer model is an SOP10. The working temperature is, I'll read Fahrenheit, 40 to 113. So that's fine where I live. It's waterproof. It has a working pressure of 2.9 to 116 psi. There's a power supply, and I do need batteries. A hose tap connection, which is a 3/4 external thread, and they have a hub, a Wi-Fi hub, that's 2.4 gigahertz. That's going to go on the inside. So I'm going to show you this picture here. So this will be attached to my hose spigot, and this part is going to go in my house. All right, let's open this thing up. So it says on the side here, it's a simple setup. It says download the Smart Life app, plug in your hub, insert the batteries, set up your timer as per instructions. Seems pretty easy. Right now I'm going to unbox it, and then what I'm going to do when I do the setup, I'm going to borrow someone else's phone to record so I can actually show you the setup on my cell phone, okay? All right, so I'm opening the box. It wasn't sealed. It just flipped open. And then here we are. Here are the instructions. Irrigold Smart Hose Faucet Timer with Wi-Fi hub. So inside it shows the device itself, how you plug things in. The water timer, you need a range of 50 feet without interference. It's easy. I got a plug I can do that in pretty easily. So again, it's giving more specifications, and it instructs me to download that Smart Life app. And again, I will show you this as I'm doing it. To get through the hose. Oh, I have a kink in my hose. I just wanted to give you an overview as to what it is. And it seems like the Smart Life app home screen will show me the battery life, the setting, the weather, running status, the next schedule, the last irrigation time, remote control, so it looks like I can start it whenever I want. Sorry, flies. A rain delay, timing, and irrigation record. That's what the app is showing me here on this. And again, I'll show you everything. Shows you how to set up a normal schedule, how to cycle a soak, and again, just regular instructions on how to set this thing up. So this looks like it is going to be that hub. So this was just, here, I'll lift up the box so you can see. This was just sitting in here. Okay, this looks like this is gonna plug into my house. An outlet, like I have one right outside my wall. I'll just plug that right into. And then inside this packaging, I'll carefully take it out, is the device itself. So this is what's gonna attach to my hose spigot, and the batteries go in here. The battery pack, like this part, is exactly the way my other Soka Hose, my other timers, hose timers look. It's the same thing. A place to attach to the spigot, a place for the hose to attach, and a battery thing. The only difference is there's no screen here for me to see, what my timer is, because I'm gonna do this on my phone. This is super cool. I'm gonna do this on my phone. I like it because like I could be inside. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm already telling you I like it, but and then I have some stuff here. I don't know what this is. So it looks like Teflon tape. I'm guessing it's in case you have a leaky hose. I'll read further. And looks like an adapter. If I need to use an adapter for the hose. That's what it looks like to me. Sorry, I didn't double check what this is. So that is what is inside the box. And I will now switch phones or something so that I can show you the downloading of the app and all that. Okay? All right. Okay, so right here you'll see my phone here, and I'm going to type in Smart Life, SmartLife, and let's see if we can find the app. There it is. That's what it looks like on their box. So I'm just going to go ahead and download this now. Okay, so I'm downloading the app. I downloaded it and I have to create an account. So I just created an account. I put in my email address, and now it's asking me for a verification code. So I'm going to go put that in, check my email, get that code, and put it in. Okay, so I set up an account on the app, and I had to give it lots of permissions to access. And I wish I wrote them all down. My network, I think, Bluetooth, notifications. I should have written it all down, but I didn't. So now it tells me to add a device. But right now, the next step, I believe, is going to be actually to plug in the hub. So what I'm going to do right now is going to go inside, and I'm going to plug in the Smart Hub, and then I'm going to install the AA batteries in this. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to install the batteries into the back of the device. My stuff, it's windy here. It just blew away. Thank you. Okay, so now that I had the batteries in the outdoor component, the hub plugged in to an outlet that's less than 50 feet from where this is going to go. I'm going to move over to where it's going to go in a minute. The next thing I'm going to do, it tells me to turn on the phone's Bluetooth, add a device. I'm going to add a device and follow the instructions here for getting them to sync and talk with each other. So I'm going to do that off camera so you don't have to watch me go through syncing a device. All right. Okay, so using the app, I was able to sync the hub that's plugged into the outlet and the device that I have outside. Okay, I had to do the inside hub twice. I don't know, it just timed out, so I had to do it twice. It was no big deal. So I got it hooked up. Oh, I'm losing my direction. I think I mentioned it's windy here today. Sorry, so I keep losing my stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you my current system that I have, and then we're gonna plug in this new one and we'll see how it works. Okay, so if you see my other videos, these are my 2 timers that I've been using, all manual timers. So I'm going to be taking them off. What I'll probably do is I'll experiment with one of these hoses. I'll probably just take that one and just experiment with it right now. Okay, I'm just installing this on here, just tightening it. I do have my valve closed right now, and then I'll put my hose on it right here. Okay, so I have the hose set up, hooked up to the device. Everything's hooked up to the faucet. So what I'm going to do is I turned on the app, and I'm going to put on manual duration for a minute. And I'm going to try. This is a real kinky hose, so if it gets kinked up, I'm going to have my kid help me with it. All right, so I'm going to hit play. I heard the water come on. Whoa, hey, yep, it works. I hit pause on the app to stop it. So yes, that worked. I also got a notification that says the valve is off and the valve is on. So that was great. Okay, so that first test went really well. So I'm back to using my phone. So I'll just recap in case I know the lighting of that other phone is not the best. So I had plugged in everything. I opened the app and I turned it on to manual 1 minute. I heard it click. As soon as I heard play, the valve turned on, the water flowed perfectly, and I just stopped it after a couple seconds just because I just wanted to make sure that it was actually working. So that's great. So now let's take a look at what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at some of the timing features of this. Okay, so now let's have a look at the app. So I'm going to start the app. There it is, Smart Water Timer. And let me move this out of the way on my screen. Where does that go? I'll put that there. Okay, so you can see it shows me the weather up here that we have, upcoming weather, and that can help you decide if you want to do like a rain delay, right? If you see rain's coming, then you can maybe schedule a rain delay. Oops, see, it tells me right now that the valve is off, and it is off. It should be off. Earlier, remember when I did a manual duration, what I do is I clicked on manual duration, and it had set it to, I think it was set to 10 minutes, and I just decreased it with the spinny wheel down to 1 minute just so I could test it. So I'll hit save, and if I want to then have the manual go, then I would hit the play button down here, down the very bottom. Hopefully you can see that with my mouse. I think you can. And then that would make the manual water valve open up so that it'll just water for however many minutes I ask it to. So let's see. I haven't even tried any of these options yet. So let's see, what's this do? This is weather delay. So you can either close the delay for 24 hours, 48 hours, or 72 hours. Okay, that's good. What's this one here? This is a timer. So I have no timer set. So let's do schedule type normal cycle soak. Interesting. I'm not certain what all these different cycles do. The device can be turned on or off. It is specified. I'm going to guess that says like time. So let's say I want to turn it on at, I don't know, 4 a.m. Okay, yeah, 10 past 4 on the a.m. I like to water actually either early in the morning or in the evening. So irrigation duration, I want it to run for, let's say 12 minutes. And I wanted to do it every day of the week. So I will just click on Sunday through Saturday and I'll hit save. And that says it's been successful. Look at that. So 4:10 a.m. it should turn on for about 12 minutes every day. That's good. That's a good feature. So I'm going to go back. Let's take a look at, so that was this button here, right? Yep, no, that was the weather. My bad. What's this button over in the corner? I'm going to look at what this button is here. Irrigation history. Oh, that's awesome. So you can see those 1 minutes that I was doing a test for the video. You can see those, and I just set it for 10 minutes. That was in the very beginning, and then I changed it. That's great. So it has a history. That's fantastic. So you can actually see what you have watered. That's great. What else do we have here? So it tells you the last run at the bottom here, and then the next run, which is fantastic. So you can just see, oh, when's it going to run again? Now I could set up, let's just say, I do mine twice a day. So I think I'm going to want another schedule. I want it at 4:10 a.m. And I also want it to run at, let's say, 7:30 p.m. So I'm going to change it to 7:30 p.m. I want it to run again. I run mine for 12 minutes. It's what I do. I don't want it weekly. I want it every day and save. So great. So now I have my hose is going to run at 4:10 a.m. and also 7:30 p.m. Let's check out what this cycle soak is. Cycle soak. Device can repeat irrigation. Okay, so the start time, the end time, and during period cycle soak breaks watering down to multiple cycles to give the soil time to soak in the water for efficiency. Now that's interesting. So you could have it run for an hour from, let's say, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. I'll try to make it here. I'll make it 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. 3, 2, 4. Whoops, sorry, I went the wrong way. To 4 p.m. And let's say on Tuesdays I wanted to do this, and I wanted to run for. Let's say I want it to be a total for 33 minutes. I'm gonna go weird. And the pause duration. I don't know what this is gonna be. 5 minutes. I'm not certain of what this equates to, so I'm gonna have to experiment with this cycle soak and read a little bit more on what this means. But I believe what it means is that it'll run for 33 minutes, and then 5 minutes. I think it will rest. I think. Let me just read that again. Yeah, and I think that'll give the time to soak. So I will experiment with that one so that we can see how that works in person. So this looks great. I don't know what this is up here at the corner. It is just device information. Yep, it looks like you can attach it to your Alexa or your Google Assistant. I don't use either of those, so I can't do that. but that's okay. Awesome. So that is the app in a nutshell, and I will be experimenting with it just to make sure, testing it, see how it goes, and I'll definitely test out that what do they keep clicking on this one by accident, the cycle soak, to see how that actually works. Awesome. Okay, so that is how the Irrigold Smart Water Timer sets up, how the app works. I was able to show you how that all works, which is great. Great. So that's how it works. So what about pros and cons and my thoughts on the actual device itself? So I wrote things down so I wouldn't forget what to say, because I didn't want to forget anything. So the pros, I found it was very easy to set up. Everything was seamless. Like, I plugged it in, I followed the instructions. The app was very good at saying, okay, now type in your Wi-Fi password and now connect this. It was very easy to set up. Everything connected for me very easily, which is good. Sometimes I have a hard time figuring out like devices, things. So for me, it was very easy to set up. I found that it was extremely easy to change settings for the timer programs. So on my timers that I use now, it's a lot of push the button down, push the button down, push the button down. Actually, I can put a picture of it here maybe so you can see them, and then you have to turn the dial, then you have to all the way down, and then you have to change again. And they're more difficult. This was extremely easy to just scroll on an app, boom, pick my time, pick my duration. I found that to be extremely easy to do. You can also set a variety of programs on this. I think that's great too. You can take Monday water one way, Tuesday water another way. Maybe you want to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, twice a day, Tuesday, Thursday, once a day. It allows you to really customize how you want to water your plants, and I think that's fantastic. I can change the settings. I wrote things down. I can change the settings from inside my house. Again, I don't have to go outside and press all the buttons and try to figure out what I'm doing. I can just sit in my living room, sit in my bed, and just open up my app and change my settings, and I'm good to go. And a really big pro I find this is that if it is raining out, I don't have to run outside to click my old timer. I'd have to go outside and click manual delay or rain delay. This I can just do it from inside my home. To me, that's super convenient. The hub does allow, I saw this on the Amazon page, the hub allows for you to use 32 different connections. Right now I just have one. So the hub is this thing. All I have is one of these. But you can connect multiple these and other things too. When you look at that app, you see a list of other things that you can connect with this little hub. So that is pretty impressive that it's multi-use for sure. Notifications. Oh, I liked the fact that I get a notification on my phone when it says the valve is on or off, says on or off. I did find it to be a little annoying, but that's just an easy setting you can change on your own phone, right? To just swipe off. I don't want notifications when it's off and on. In the beginning, I was like, hey, that's really cool that I get to see when it's on and off, or remind you, oh yeah, it's on. But I don't think it's necessary. So I put it in the pros section because it'll tell you when it's on, but it could probably go in the cons. But that's your cell phone settings to change notifications. Okay, so cons. I wrote it only has one hose attachment. Yeah, so you can see it has only one hose attachment. My other timers, again, I'll put the picture again here, has two. I don't know if I can point to both of them, probably not. So we'll have one here and one here. So on my other timers, I'm able to set two programs for two hoses. Okay. That it would be nice if you could have another one. I'm using this system for watering my garden using a soaker hose system. I'll put the link to that video that I show you how I set up my soak hose in the description so you can see that. So for me, I have multiple soaker hoses that go to different parts of my garden. So my potatoes get watered differently than my fruit trees get watered differently than my carrots get watered, So I would have to purchase more of these devices in order to get the same thing from my other timers. So I would like to have seen the ability to have at least two hoses come out, hose attachments here. But is it a deal breaker? No, not at all. Not at all. Because like I said, on my other timers, I don't have that ability to change programs, which I really like on this. So that's one thing. What else? A con, it does rely on Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi network, so I can't access it when I'm not home. And I experimented with it. I shut off my Bluetooth on my phone and I shut off my Wi-Fi. Once the Bluetooth is off on my phone, I am unable to make any changes on it. I would love to see in later years, you know, you do upgraded versions of these, right? I would love to see the ability to do it via Wi-Fi. So if I'm not home, I can change the setting. And if by accident I made a mistake and that does work and I just screwed it up, I will redo a video about that. But if you've had this in the comments, like, you know, let me know if you can use it. But I tried it by just shutting off my Bluetooth and everything, and it didn't work. But overall, I really, really enjoyed using this smart water timer. I feel like the technology, like this is kind of where we are now, right? We're putting apps on our phone. We're able to just, you know, click a button, take a look at something. I can just open that app and say, oh yeah, no, it's going to be watered at 4 o'clock. Yeah, I know it's going to be watered. And it's one of those things that I like timers because I can set them and I don't have to worry about watering if I'm busy, if I'm out. I just don't have to constantly remember to get up early and water my plants. I love Soco hose systems and I love watering timers. And this one I really did enjoy all the different programming that can be done on it. So, the cycle soak. I mentioned this briefly in the part where I was discussing the app. This I find really good for my fruit trees, okay? Because it is what I said in the beginning. So it can stay on for like 5 minutes. Let's say I set it for an hour. I want to go from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. And I want it on for 5 minutes, off for a couple of minutes, on for 5 minutes, off for 3 minutes, on for 5 minutes, off for 3 minutes. And that gives the water time to soak in to the roots. So if you're watching this, you water gardens and stuff, you know that when the topsoil gets dry, and you water, bug. Sometimes if you have a potted plant, right, it's gotten very dry, and you water, the water runs right through it, and you're like, oh my goodness, the water ran right through it. So you have to water it slowly, right? Get the top layer wet, let it sit for a second, add a little bit more water, and that's how you get it. So I like this that cycle soak. I was using that for my fruit trees. I really like it. What else? Oh, yes. Okay. So I also feel that the cost is fair. So like I said earlier, I did purchase it off of Amazon.com and I will put the link in the description. I paid $65.99. And again, full disclosure, I was contacted by the company to purchase it and review it, and they were going to reimburse me the $65.99 for this YouTube review. What else? So for my other timers, just to put the price in comparison, so this is $66, right? $65.99. This guy. Just as a price comparison, I'll put a picture of this guy. I paid $35 for about 3 years ago. Today, that guy sells for $45. And again, it doesn't have a lot of the features that this guy has. And let's see, this other guy, let's put my other one up. That guy, I paid, I think, $30 for, but now I couldn't find it. When I searched it on Amazon, it doesn't exist anymore. And the closest equivalent that they chose for me was $73. And again, those are both manual timers. And I will say, full disclosure here, I like those timers. I've used those timers. I'm going to continue using those timers because, like I said, I do have my system set up to use about 4 separate hoses when I'm watering my garden. And I can do another video. I'll do another video again, updating you guys on my Soca hose, on my garden and everything. But anyway, so all in all, I really did like this. I like it a lot. I like the fact that I can use my phone to just change settings on it. I like the fact that I can use my phone to rain delay, so I don't have to run outside and do it. It was very easy to install. It was easy for me to use. It was easy for me to program. I didn't have to think hard about figuring it out or anything. I feel it was very simple. Very simple, and in that little hub that it comes with, is supposed to be able to be used for lots of different things. So I'm actually kind of curious, and I'm going to look into all the different things that I can maybe use this little hub for. So that's that. So I really appreciate you watching. Please remember, as always, like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And I will put all the links in the description of this guy, where I got it, how I purchased it, so that you can check it out for yourself. And I always welcome any sort of comments that you have. If you have this and if you've used it, what do you think of it? If you have another timer, the smart timer that you like, you know, what do you have? What do you use? How does it work for you? Always interested in hearing that stuff, guys. I love gardening. I'm a little bit behind this year in my gardening. You've seen that other video I have. I got a new puppy. He takes up a lot of my time. And we were supposed to build a house this summer, but most of you probably know building costs have gone through the roof. So my garden was like cut in half this year, and I've been delayed with it and everything. So I'm happy that this has gotten me back into, like, you know, getting my garden like up and running and watered and everything. Makes me really happy. All right, so again, thanks for watching, and hope you guys have a great day.